Just pull up my questions real quick. Who emailed me?
Let's turn on some background music.
Changes to YouTube's terms of service. Awesome.
Oh yeah, this will get that play for sure.
It's okay.
So you're saying that it will flag
I don't
it.
make money off it yet. It's fine. Just quietly in the background.
Yeah.
We've been recording this entire time.
Cool. Well,
so have you looked at the questions recently?
Have you ever sent them to me?
I did.
Oh no.
Back in like March.
That's alright. I hadn't either.
Back in like March, I sent them to all of you.
Go ahead. I'll just pull
it's
them
fine.
out.
We'll be good. We'll be good.
We might chill.
Wow.
Just as warm.
Yeah, it's gonna be exactly the same temperature.
Except dumber.
Ah.
Miss you.
Thank you. They're the worst. I hate them.
I hate those.
That's our intro. Hello. Welcome. You know the drill. You know how this goes.
Never done this. So go
Probably.
ahead.
I don't know. So to start off, you're gonna say your name, how long you've been teaching here, and your job description.
I'm Jim Baxter. I teach the bands here at Princeton High School. This is my 13th or 14th year. It's been here a while.
Wow.
My job description is Director of Instrumental Music and Cool Guy. I'm the only one that holds those titles here.
That's it. Wow. That's crazy. No one else is part of that. Alright, well.
Besides Mr. Mo?
Yeah. Well, you can say him too.
Well, I already did, I guess. What's inspiring to me most of the time as students, you go into teaching and you're inspired by like teachers you've had are great teachers, but you kind of understand after a while that what continues to motivate you is that students keep coming in, and as unique and different as each student is, they have a similar experience here, and so you kind of know the outcomes, or you can assume them. But then you get surprised sometimes by students who are able to go above and beyond or look at things a different way. So I think the students themselves are what inspire me at this point in my career. And Charles Curtis Moe.
Well, of course. Just the obvious answers. Very nice. Very good. I'm probably going to say absolutely thousands of times during
Absolutely.
this. Absolutely. All right.
What's your name again? You were in band?
No.
Oh.
I've never even met you. Who are you?
You know, John Gruba, is it?
Yeah.
Jack Gruba.
Jesus.
Well, Jesus. My favorite memory of Jake Gruba is probably his entire freshman year, yours,
Oh, no.
because you're sitting here,
Oh,
and just how awkward you were
yeah.
carrying a tuba around, trying to go between band and choir, and overthinking stuff. And what's funny about it is how much that's changed.
No.
Stuff doesn't bother you as much anymore, which is
No.
good, but it's fun to think of the progression that you've made, at least for a couple of years, and then crazy stuff hit the last few years. But
I don't know what you're talking about.
no, me neither.
No, nothing happened.
Not at all.
Can we just talk about how this video is not approved for ISD 477, even though it's just a still picture of Rick's face?
It's just Princeton High School. We have standards here, okay?
Alright, well, I don't think that's true. I'm also gonna say freshman year, when you were on the band trip and everyone was just causing chaos, and I just wrote an email to you, and it was like the worst email I've ever written. Like, I could go back and find it, but I know for a fact that is the worst email I've ever written, because I'm just like, I am so upset,
I remember,
and like, I'm gonna leave, and you're just like, you responded with, give me their names, and that was it, and I was like, it's that easy? Alright, well, I shouldn't have gotten that upset then, wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was...
Sometimes it is. That's
Yeah.
funny. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I sometimes I go back and look at that email, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, what was going through my head when I was just
No, that was good to
angrily
hear. But
writing
you were
that
so
email?
mad. You're
I
right.
was so upset. They rolled a kid down the steps in a drum case.
Is that kid still in band?
Adam Staff. Yeah. That was great.
See, so
It was
even
great
Adam
times.
Staff can grow up a
Even
little
Adam
bit.
Staff can grow up a little bit. Yeah. It's great. It's great. Yeah, get that going. Hi. Hey, it's me, Jake in the past, I guess. Hi. So going through my school email before it got destroyed, obliterated, I saved the email that I sent to Mr. Baxter here. And yeah, it's great. No, it's wonderful. Let's take a read at it here. I'll read it in my appropriate voice here. Mr. Baxter, you have officially made me mad. I apologize for taking this time out of your lovely vacation for the past 3 days. There has been nothing but turmoil from the other freshmen. First of all, he wasn't on vacation. He was on a band tour. But okay, whatever. Monday, they were being rude to the substitute teacher. Tuesday, they were yelling and rolling people down the stairs in a drum case. Today, I hid the drum case in the choir room and they found the bass guitar and are playing it on the amp. I know that you will probably not do anything about this because we are freshmen and you don't care. I highly encourage that you do something because the sub has not done anything. If nothing is done, you are losing a Gruba and a Tuba. Have a day. Anyway, on with the video. Thank you.
Well, this school year, the highlight has been, it's been in kind of waves. One big highlight was third try when we got to come back and just be in the same room as each other. Now, we didn't do any of the stuff we'd normally do. We didn't do the concerts and that kind of stuff.
No.
We didn't get that human feedback from the audience. But you could say all the negative things all day. It was cool. I think we appreciated. We were back at the beginning, gone, and then when we came back, I think we just appreciated that much more. Being able to just, even at the end of the hour, stand there at 6 feet, of course, with the mask on, and just have a conversation with someone about being human. Doesn't need to be in depth, doesn't need to be about music, just talking to other people in person. I appreciated that. So that has been a big highlight, and I think a lot of students do appreciate that more now because of the last year.
Oh,
So I think that's been a highlight.
Oh, Adobe. Look at that. That's perfect. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Glad you agree.
At the end of these videos, I'm just gonna like piece together every time I say absolutely throughout them.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Incoming freshmen?
Yeah.
About high school in general, I would say kind of the Link Crew message is give everything a chance. You can always quit, but you can't quit unless you try, right? So Princeton high school students are the kind that make it happen, watch it happen, or wonder what happened. And even if in middle school you were a wonder what happened kind of kid, you can be a watch it happen easily, and you can even be a make it happen kind of kid. So take this kind of new beginning, if you will, to try a few different activities, sports, clubs, that kind of stuff. And if you don't like it, great. At least you tried it, because there is a certain point in your life that you get to where you don't get the opportunity to try those things anymore. So that would be what I'd suggest. You might have something out there that you would love to do, and you don't even know right now.
True. Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Very there it is.
Fantastic.
Oh, let's get some of that. Oh, that's great. I love how the microphone is probably right next to it.
I'm hoping to be the only teacher that Rick rolls this entire interview. We'll see. So far, yeah.
We have one
Just
left.
mucking around still, yeah.
We have labs. So,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
like,
labs will be like, oh,
he
listen to this
might-
new song.
Yeah, let's,
Labs, I'm
look
old
at
and weird.
this.
That's pretty clear.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, next.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. Every other person I've interviewed has said reason why they're against Tuba being God's instrument. So I'll send you their names.
I'll murder again.
And, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's important to understand people have different views. And there are a lot of teaching in the school when it comes to the instrument of the gods. Not just God.
Don't
All gods are just very ignorant of facts.
understand.
Of facts. Yeah, tuba's God's instrument because it makes thunder. And I'm thinking, if Zeus played an instrument, it's not going to be a clarinet,
No,
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there.
I mean, Zeus is kind of a manly guy there. Like he would be like, he had the hair.
Sure. I mean, I'm
It's
not
like-
as old as...
I mean, he could
Mr. Mo.
probably play like the saxophone maybe.
No,
Like-
see, we're done talking now because that's
All right,
absurd.
well-
It's ridiculous.
All right, well, listen. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, get that going again. Yeah, that's great.
Woo. Long time ago. A highlight from the first year. I'll tell you what. Surviving it was one. That would be one. What I do remember from the first year, which at the time probably wasn't a highlight, but in hindsight it is, my first concert that I programmed was probably one of the most impressive looking concerts on paper, but way, way too difficult for every band. And it was horrendous 100% because it was my fault. Over programming. And so I learned a lot from that. And then by the end of the year, I had adjusted enough that the students were able to find success. So that was a highlight. The other thing was at the end of that year, we found out that we had enough students in band that we could start a third band. So since my first year, starting my second year, we've had 3 bands here, which is nice.
Wow.
So that's kind of there's some stuff I remember.
Very nice. Very absolutely. Uh-huh. All right.
You know what, Jake Gruba?
Yeah.
We moved to Princeton last summer in the midst of all this stuff, and so it's a new house that's not all completely finished because nothing ever is.
Yeah.
Dogs and cats and chickens, getting used to that. A 2-year-old and a 7-year-old also trying to figure out that, and my wife working from home. So working from home was insane.
Yeah.
And I'm not complaining. It just was crazy. Every minute. You couldn't assume anything was going to be what you assumed it was. So that was quite a learning experience for everybody as well. Was the question the highlight of it? Or how did it go?
No, like just how did it...
You know, it was funny because
go?
At home, we really went with this SEL kind of model, social emotional learning. And so some of the stuff I was able to teach in more of a lecture format than I normally would. Actually, I felt like were really good lessons and I enjoyed teaching them. Versus here where the hybrid's so difficult. Because you have kids at home, you got people in person, we're playing in person, we're trying to do SEL at home. So it was a learning experience.
Absolutely.
That's what it was.
I just want to see what this says. 5 minutes? Oh,
Yeah.
we're fine. It's said 5 minutes for the past 30.
He just died.
That's fine.
I'm just kidding.
No.
Awesome.
Is that true?
No. I was kind of, I didn't really even like band until sophomore year. It's kind of a late bloomer to that.
Wow.
And so I don't. It's tough to describe yourself. So let me give you a couple examples. 2, they juxtapose each other. My junior year, all of my teachers allowed me to leave class for an entire day because I was dressed as Chris Farley, and I was walking around to other classes doing entire Matt Foley impersonations, and they just let me do it. And later that year, I was homecoming king. No, prom king.
Oh my gosh.
Because the coolest kids get voted for that.
Oh my gosh.
So there's a little insight into my high school experience. Otherwise, there's a lot of band.
Yeah.
And some Spanish to get into the U. I don't remember a whole lot of the rest of it.
Wow.
Except the smell of the science room. There's black tables in the science room when you bring in the animals.
Oh no.
That smell, you'll remember the rest of your life.
Oh no. Oh.
That's how it was in
I
high
hate
school.
it. I hate that. That's a vivid smell.
It's just, whatever
It's
that
terrible.
is. You know, that's always an interesting question. At some point in college, I actually decided I was playing a lot of music in a lot of groups. I really liked all that it brought. And then I had to make a decision at 60 credits what I wanted to do. And I thought of a whole bunch of stuff, and I always just kept coming back to, this is the only thing it sounds like it'd really be something I'd enjoy doing, is teaching. And so I kind of explored that a little bit more. And then you get on that path and you go towards it. And then I was lucky enough to get hired at Princeton. I had a great student teaching experience, and then I got hired at Princeton, and I had great colleagues. Made all the young teacher mistakes versus now it's the mid-career teacher mistakes.
Yeah.
Different thing.
Yeah.
But had people here to kind of help work through that, and then the community and the students and administration, all that stuff. And so I decided to become a teacher because I couldn't see myself doing anything else and enjoying it. I continued being a teacher, because not everybody does, because of Princeton and the people here. So that's a long, short answer.
Wow. That's great. Good answer.
Thank you, bro.
Good answer. Now, a lot of people have asked me to ask you the question of the bromance between you and Charles Curtis Moe. Would you like to elaborate on that?
think kind of speaks for itself.
I think, yeah.
If my pit bull Marvin wasn't my soulmate, it'd probably be Charlie Moe.
Oh,
You know,
wow,
I think I've told people that
That's
before.
fantastic. Wow.
Here's the thing, we just get along. So Mr. Moe and I have known each. I wasn't his teacher, but I was his sister's teacher. So like, we just missed each other by a couple of years. But we have a lot of mutual friends, and we had actually been to a couple weddings and actually performed in a couple weddings together. Like Mr. Potvin, myself, a few other people.
I'm imagining the Step Brothers scene.
There's a lot of that, yeah. And so, and then he was playing in our variety shows years ago before he started working here. And so he and I did a couple pieces for that. And so we knew each other kind of and saw each other every couple of years. And it was always like, this is fun. Like, we just have fun together.
Yeah.
Now, we both like our jobs. We both happen to work together. So, you know, why not?
So, yeah.
If you can't have fun at work, you're wasting a whole lot of your time.
Yeah, exactly. Why would you do that? That's fantastic. I think all the fans at home are going to be very happy with that answer. And if not, well, they can handle that.
They don't need to support our lifestyle.
No. That's not... No. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. We understand.
It's a bromance.
Final question for...
Sorry, this had me cut there. Yeah.
Right, I understand. No, I understand. It's great. That's good. Final question of the day. So you have now been interviewed by me.
The Jake Gruba.
The Jake Gruba, which is such a accomplishment.
I'd say it's an honor. I think that it's probably a lifetime accomplishment.
13. You and 12 others have gone through
I was
this.
number 13.
Well, no, you were number...
Said you had one more.
12.
Okay, yeah, anyway.
So you're number 12. I have labs left.
Yeah, he seems like a 13. Yes, so I've been interviewed by the Jake Gruba.
So you've been interviewed by me. So what is your advice to people who would be doing this?
Doing what, interviewing me?
Yeah. Or being, like, this process.
Oh, was
That
my...
make sense.
To the people... Yeah.
Yeah.
To the
Like
people
going
being
through
interviewed
this.
by Jake Gruba?
Yeah.
Well, if they agreed to do it, they should know what they're getting into.
Sure.
I'm frightened to see what this will become.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's like I said to Esterberg earlier today. I'm just going to cut words together to make it sound like you're saying...
You're going to deep fake
things
everything.
Like, oh, yeah.
I like that.
I'm going to put Mr. Mo's face on yours for, like, most of it. I'm going to do the same. Mo.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't interrupt this one. I'm kind of upset.
Well, he's a really busy guy. He's got
a wedding coming up. That's exciting. That's exciting.
You ever gotten married? It's okay.
Is it actually on Juneteenth?
Yeah.
Oh
Coincidence.
Gosh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. If you're getting interviewed by Jay Gruba, you got to come with your A game, bro. You got to bring Rick Astley. You got to bring Bubbly. You got to bring some MRE chewing gum.
Yeah.
And just a couple staplers can't hurt.
That's true. Oh, you only have one now.
He's bringing the thunder. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm unprepared.
Are you saying? So you're saying we shouldn't bring Marlo Paschke? Marlo, listen.
Your name's pronounced Marlis.
Marlis? Is it
silent.
actually?
No,
It's
not.
like I see it. I can see it. Ew, cover up Lincoln. Gross.
Her initials are MAP.
Did you know that
She's
Lincoln?
the map. She's the map. Yeah.
Lincoln was in my first video on my channel.
You have a channel?
My STEM video. Yeah, you've never
I
seen
know.
Jake
I
Gruba?
just thought that would offend you.
I'm
Yeah,
a little upset.
that's what I know.
Just a little upset. So yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, it's
this is
been
where
fun.
we shake hands. Look at that. That's called a handshake.
Yeah. Thank you for informing me of that.
You're welcome.
Well, you're one of my top 5 favorite Grubas.
There's 5 of us.
How many plates do you have on the wall in your room? The new place.
Why do I want to say 2?
You do.
I think there's
yourself.
2. I think there's 2.
At your brother's house.
Oh, at there?
Yeah.
I haven't put anything in there yet. I think there's one there, and it's like, but it's not hanging on the wall. It's like on one of their boat shelves. They have 2 boat shelves. Like,
of course they do.
One's a big,
I know.
and then one's a small one.
No, I'm not surprised at
No,
all that your
you
brothers
shouldn't
have
be.
both shells. Well,
Absolutely not.
that's awesome.
No.
Yeah, stay in touch. I'm looking forward to getting fired over this video.
Absolutely.
And
Hey,
it's been a good run.
Barb did this video, so it's fine. You know, it's fine. Although it was just her, so like, you know.
Not Rick Astley.
I gotta post that tonight. She approved it.
It's
You know
Barb
that?
approved.
She
What, Rick Astley?
she was my first one, and then she was like, I don't like it. So we were like, we're gonna do it again, and now like we haven't. So then I emailed like you and her and all those people today,
Yep.
and she's like, yeah, you know what? We'll just go with it. And I was like, all right. So
Yeah.
now I gotta post that one today. That'll be the start.
That's exciting.
You're coming out like August probably. I don't know. I gotta edit all these.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be magic.
It's gonna be terrible.
Sometimes magic is terrible.
Sometimes magic is terrible. Well, that's it. That's how
Awesome.
we end the video.
Well, it's been fun.
I never know how to end these videos.
Yeah. I think Rick probably says it best.
Rick probably says, there it is.
And hurt you.
Stop, please. No, please.
Where is it?